Hi everyone, and welcome back to Teachers Talk Money, where I help teachers master their money in order to give back to themselves. Today I'm coming at you with my budget for January 2021. This is a very special month because it is a magical unicorn 3-paycheck month. If you get paid bi-weekly and you budget monthly, something very beautiful happens. Once a year if you're a teacher like me, or twice a year if you're a regular 12-month employee, where you get a third paycheck. Now, this is obviously not extra money by any means. This is part of your regular salary. However, when you budget monthly and you're used to working with just 2 paychecks per month for your needs and savings, it is an awesome opportunity to put a lot of other money towards a bigger goal. So that's very exciting. And in addition to that, I've actually made some interesting changes to my budget, the way that it is set up, and how I'm allocating different money. So I'm excited to show you guys those changes today. Happy 2021, everybody. Happy New Year. If you're making a budget for the first time because it's 2021 and you're ready to start getting good with money, please go to the link in the description of this video and make sure you get my free budget templates, where I'll have my old budget template and my new one, which I'm going to show you today, as well as a pen and paper version. So I'll throw you over my shoulder and let's take a look at my January 2021 budget. Hi everyone and welcome. So here is my new and improved budget template. You'll notice it looks quite different. The main reason for this is I just wanted to make it fit into a smaller space, just because that works better for me. Now it all, as you can see, fits on one page without me having to scroll or anything. And so that's really what I was going for. I've been kind of playing around with this for a while, so I'm excited to finally show you guys that I was able to make it work, and I think I prefer it a lot more. And if you like it better too, you can of course just go back to the document you got when you got my free budget template, or go there for the first time, and you can get this one as well. So, beautiful sight to see here. I've got 3 paychecks coming in this month, which of course is one more than I typically have. And so this changed my savings a lot. The first thing I wanted to show you guys is that I'm putting $1,000 of this straight into my Roth IRA because that is part of my investing plan. Most of my investing this year is happening from me automatically depositing parts of my paycheck into my 457B, which is my employer-sponsored retirement plan. But that does not mean I've forgotten about my Roth IRA, which is where I'm going to be depositing any sort of windfalls of money that are expected but don't happen consistently. So this third paycheck is one of those things. There's this third paycheck. There are my stipends that I receive for coaching and for sponsoring the newspaper club. My tax refund would also be included in this, and a stimulus check if we end up getting one, and any future stimulus checks will be considered this sort of extra money, where my main plan is to put it in my Roth IRA. Now, you'll notice I'm not putting all of it towards my Roth IRA. There's about $200 left in there, and that is all going towards my car fund rebuild. So I had to take a lot of money out of my car fund when an unexpected repair happened. I also take money out of this fund when I get a ticket for parking or speeding or whatever it may be. And so I depleted that a lot sort of recently, and I've been working to kind of slowly rebuild it, but I'm excited to just have it fully rebuilt so that I can stop worrying about it month to month. And that's what this money will sort of give me. All of my other savings are staying the same. So my gifts are at $60 a month, which is an excellent amount this year for all of the Christmas and birthday gifts I had to buy. So I'm going to keep that there at $60. My travel is $100 a month, which obviously I'm not planning any major trips. So I'm not too worried about beefing that up right now. And so we're keeping that there at $100 so that I do have some money there when I'm ready to take a trip. I'm putting $70 into my business savings account as always. And that money just goes to paying any subscriptions I have for my business, as well as sort of saving it up in case there are any bigger things that come up that I want to pay for. I do get some questions about like what I've paid for in my business account, and mostly it's like WordPress, ConvertKit for my email subscriptions, and I've done a couple of one-time big purchases, such as when I purchased my camera and tripod and all of that equipment. For my summer money, because I only get paid over 10 months, so I have to save some of that money to pay myself over the 2 months in the summer, I'm putting aside $320. For grad school, I need to put aside $77 a month. So all of my savings this month are totaling $1,895, which is a ton. And of course, these aren't all strictly savings because my Roth IRA is technically an investment account. Now let's pull it over to my fixed expenses. If you're making your first budget, I suggest going with your fixed expenses first and then looking at your savings accounts. But for me, as somebody who's been doing this forever, I like having my savings accounts at the forefront of my mind because I basically have my fixed expenses memorized at this point. And they are $900 for rent, $82 for my car and renter's insurance, $45 for my phone bill, $10 for my subscriptions, and finally $70 each month for all of Hattie's needs. Hattie is my dog, by the way, if you don't know that. So my total fixed expenses are $1,107, and they're always the same because these are the costs that are exactly the same every month. Then we come to my variable costs, which I'm not adjusting yet, but I am sort of rethinking these a little bit after I looked at all of my yearly spending last year and saw that, for instance, I was cutting it really close with groceries and I was often going under my going out budget. So I may take $10 from going out and put it into my grocery fund or something like that, but I haven't exactly decided yet. So right now, my groceries are staying at $200 a month. My going out money, which is really just dining, getting takeout, getting delivery, is staying at $200 a month for now. My gas, since I'm not driving to work at all this month, the earliest I will possibly go back to in-person learning would be February 1st, but I don't even think that that will probably happen. So $30 for gas this month, and hoping to keep it very low in the coming months because obviously I don't think it's safe for us to go back. Now, one thing I changed about my budget this month from previous months is that I put my utilities and my variable costs as well. The reason I never did this before was because I didn't want to add a whole other column over here for another variable category. Like if you take a look at my December budget, it would have made it much bigger. And so I didn't really want to do that. But when I found a way to sort of fit it into these two columns with my other costs, it made more sense to me to put it as a separate thing because I used to lump it in with my miscellaneous things, and that just isn't very wise. The other thing that changed was that I saw when I did my yearly spending video that I never spent over $50 on my utilities for the entire year of 2020. And so that showed me that I could be pretty confident by budgeting $60 for it. So if I do go a little bit over that, that's okay. So I was pretty confident in that amount. And so I was fine putting a number on it. Then there's my other category, which is $90 a month. So this would be anything that I want or need to buy during the month. Typically, this is stuff like plants. It might be a clothing item. It might be a decor item or a candle or just any of those extra things. And sometimes it'll be things like needing to pay for parking or an Uber or like small costs like that. So for my variable costs, I've budgeted $580. Now, you can tell this is a zero-based budget because the amount that I'm taking in is the exact amount that I expect to spend. So I've allotted a place for each and every dollar. They are all allocated somewhere. And of course, I got my handy dandy notes section where I outline my investing plan and other things that I need to keep track of. So that's that. That's my budget for January 2021. I'm super excited to start putting some more money in my Roth IRA because it's just felt like forever since I've done that. And I'm so excited to finish off this car fund rebuild so that I will have another $70-ish dollars each and every month to put towards other savings or cash flow other things. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the channel. It means the world to me. Please make sure to like this video and comment and subscribe. All of those things mean everything to me, and they help me so much to continue growing this channel and helping teachers and other people with their money. Have an amazing week, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye!